So yeah, the problem is that when packaging GNOME 3 on the PPA, GNOME 3 PPA, at the beginning we started just trying to rebase all the patches for indicators and other things, and at the end we decided to just go the quickest way, which was to disable a lot of patches in some packages. So now we are moving everything to oneiric, and we have to rebase them. So that gave me the idea that some of the patches that we carry on in some packages don't really make sense because they are not Ubuntu specific, so they should be reworked or whatever to be put upstream. Also, there are other things like the indicators patches that we patch a lot of applications, and the Launchpad integration patches. We also patch a lot of applications, and when there are big changes in the upstream source code, it's hard, no? Like, for instance, now in the last few days I've been rebasing the indicator patch in GNOME settings daemon, and every day when I read my mail, a guy that is testing it, it's finding another problem because it compiles and no warnings, etc., but it's working differently. So my idea with this session is, first of all, if we could do some team effort or something to try to review our packages and try to upstream as many patches as possible.
Well, I guess in a lot of cases we already did for the easy cases where it just worked. So I guess what's left, which is still usable, is pretty much a thing which is Ubuntu specific or
exactly,
just forgotten. But I guess there's very few actual bug fixes inside them, right? So most of this is really like changes in UI design.
There are also, it's just a small number of patches that are fixing, working around some problems, and the patches upstream, but it's not accepted because it's just working around instead of fixing the problem. But that's just a minority, so yeah.
Right, I don't think these are pose a problem. There are usually like 5-liners which apply or not.
There are also a lot of patches upstream that are just sitting there, so
yeah that's true.
Exactly, yeah.
We just need to be aware of them and keep prodding them.
Yeah,
because we just leave them and they get in the package, and then we can't remember put the patch in.
Exactly,
They build up.
And maybe we should also check whether we are in a better situation today as we were some years back. Like today we actually do have some committers, and we didn't have like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But I guess we should focus on the big changes here, because the small bug fix things, they are quite trivial. It's just a JFDI thing. But for example, the Launchpad integration thing is an interesting case, because this seems to be something which affects a lot of packages, which is painful to maintain, and I'm sure there is some better way of addressing it.
Exactly. One of the things I thought about is, for instance, for the Launchpad integration, is if we could just patch GTK in a way that whenever it creates a help menu, just detect that it's a help menu and just add the items that we add using Launchpad integration. As far as I know, for Launchpad integration, we just need the application name, no?
By and large, yes, we need the package name, and I'm not sure whether we also need a human readable name, just like a display name?
Just the package name.
Just the package name.
Not all packages use help menus. And
sorry,
not all applications use help menus, and I expect more and more applications will be using more novel things to replace menus, so it's going to get harder and harder to automatically do it.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Okay.
So help menus?
Yeah, like
help buttons.
Well, help menus. So, for example, Yelp, not a very good example, but it doesn't have a help menu because it is the help. So that one needs to be manually done. But there's others, like people are going to stop dropping menus. The trend seems to be to get rid of menus.
Yeah, like I know Walker as well, it doesn't have any menus whatsoever, it's just got help button as well, which basically opens Yelp.
Yeah, but we would like Walker users to be able to report a problem.
Yeah, I know, and it's actually just been talking about it now, it's actually got me thinking about how we can do that, but yeah. That's another topic.
But I guess a large number of applications still do use those. So do you think we could maybe, is there something in GTK which says help menu, or is it completely custom in the by application menu structure? I guess it is. So I think every application defines a help menu with the same translation.
Exactly. One thing I was thinking about is the
by convention.
By convention, yeah.
Usually the help menu has an about item, and it's got a stock icon, so maybe we we could try to detect that it's a help menu.
I just wonder why GTK doesn't have a standard functionality for a help menu, because it seems that like each and every application replicates that.
Yeah, I think Sean is working on some help widget for
GTK.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wants to do this for 3.2. Right.
So we have a GTK widget help. Oh, this is the widget help. Okay.
Perhaps we should be talking to him about this, because it's related to help. Like the menus we have are get help online, report a problem,
I don't think it's
and
that's the same thing.
translate this application.
Bonobo UI util build help menu. No, that looks obsolete.
No.
But actually, this is the kind of thing I had in mind. Where
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like GTK built me a standard help menu with about and about.
Bonobo UI.
Oh.
In fact, Bonobo had a good thing, Bonobo UI, that you could have placeholders in the menus, and then you could just fill those placeholders, so it was much easier to do this kind of thing. No?
Right.
But if we have the help menu widget, I guess it's.
Are you in contact with Sean?
Not really.
Okay.
But
I saw during the Yelp, like during your Yelp, you didn't like email him or anything. Does anybody wants to take a work item to contact him?
Yeah.
He's like the MD cycle. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as far as you know, this would be a good kind of thing, right? This would be a useful thing for GNOME. So currently it's very much tied to the Launchpad, but a generic solution that would work with Fedora or SUSE or whatever would be just as useful for them as this for us.
Maybe for app developers, if you have a standard build a help menu instead of having to do these translations and translatable strings all over again.
But also the concept of your application being able to contact the developer. That's the functionality of the menu that's useful. Saying,
because the Launchpad integration, that's the report back and contact the developers, no?
It's get help online, report a problem, and translate this application.
Okay.
There's nothing in G application which does anything of that, which was
No,
really,
so
really curious.
I talked to Ryan about that because I was proposing to do this a while back. He needed some convincing at the time, but I think he's mostly open. He was talking to someone else about G application should maybe have the concept of a package and maybe actions you can do in a package.
Because K application gets this pretty well. So you instantiate it with like authors and email address and whatnot and project name, and it builds like the skeleton for you. But G application, I'm trying to compare this, how Chucky does this. This is about data. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. It's the same.
Yeah, so you
GTK about.
So you pass the K about data stuff to it, and then it will build the help menu out of that. Which quite frankly helps to ensure consistency.
So is Buggy part of that?
Well, this Jockeys, it's an upstream project, but yeah, it is.
Oh, right. So so we want to have like a Buggy email in application so you can easily file a bug.
Is the help menu widget thing in some Git branch or something?
I don't know. I sent an email to the GTK list. I posted it on the whiteboard.
To the
There's no branch.
Just for everyone else to see the notes, so that there is a. Oh!
Getting there.
Oh yes.
Oh, you have to clone because it doesn't work.
Unity minus replace.
You don't need many service replace.
FNF7? Just press it, that's the right thing?
You don't read your output.
It's shocking that this stuff works.
So I think for the Launchpad in integration thing, I think we have a pretty easy solution. Just we need that. The real problem, I think, is with the indicators, because the first thing I thought was to just patch GTK status icon. But first of all, GTK status icon is being deprecated in GNOME applications. They use libnotify now. And also we add a menu to the application, the indicator patches. Just change the GTK status icon, but also they provide a pop-up menu. So I don't know exactly how we could do that. Maybe.
Sorry.
No, go.
How different is libnotify and the indicators? Can we use the same API?
It would be great. Yeah.
Is it possible? But does anyone know?
Well, I do know the libnotify API, but I don't know the indicator API.
The indicator API is pretty much you've got to sort of create an object and fill it all these pointers to labels and method calls and stuff to make your indicator actually do something.
Well, the problem is like you would use the indicators for different things than for the notifications.
I don't think the indicator API can be used as notifications. I'm just thinking about what I remember reading about the API.
So you certainly cannot use the notification API for indicator stuff.
Oh, all right. No, I haven't.
Can we
the
extend it? I mean,
API. I don't know. I don't think so.
In the simplest case, where you have a menu that's just labels to actions, then yes, you just make all those labels and actions buttons on a notification.
Right.
But anything more complicated than that, no.
You add left click, right click, and
Well,
no, you can only have the left click,
we
so if you have left click and right click in the status area and you are breaking two menus, like it was the case for Network Manager, you have to merge that manually so that it doesn't.
Well, we don't have that problem. Notifications don't have right to it.
We're not using too much GTK states, like we're talking about libnotify.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
But so we've got indicator sound, which has actually got widgets that you manipulate in it.
Right.
Which probably requires two-way communication.
But I don't. If we don't hit that use case, that's fine. I think.
Yeah.
The indicator sound is not something we want to be.
But do you have so many patches for this? Like,
In our real pain, really tricky.
we have like GNOME Bluetooth, GNOME Settings Daemon, and GNOME File Manager remaining.
The network manager.
Empathy.
No?
Yeah.
The empathy is
Yeah,
the painful one.
Keyboard indicator as well for GNOME settings daemon, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
GNOME control setup.
the Bluetooth one, the keyboard one, the power one, and the empathy one should go away this cycle.
Right.
Really?
Oh, that's
We go away.
Yeah, because the first, like, Bluetooth is going in the devices. Like, indicator is going to be a system one, like the sound one.
So I guess,
need those.
okay, so we've got the...
Sorry, I just finished. The keyboard one is going to be the same case. So they are going to do a system indicator for the keyboard. Same thing for the power one. And empathy, Ken was working on a telepathy approver using telepathy out of empathy.
It needs to be.
Oh, that's
okay,
quite a long-standing project. Right?
Yeah, so do we still have many
I
cases?
don't know, maybe we're not going to be too bad.
Well, my gut feeling is that for the moment we actually have to live with them because, like, as long as we don't get any indicators, APIs only in the Ubuntu, then we probably have to maintain these patches.
But there may be an option of putting half the patch upstream, like maybe
Yeah,
if
we did
it's
that
just a matter of
for-
restructuring.
So we did that for GNOME Power Manager. So Huxley actually accepted half of the patch, which, as you say, I mean, it factored out some of the common bits, so to prepare the content of what you want to display, and then we just use this for the indicator. And it has cut the patch in half, and it's much less intrusive now.
So that's worth looking at. The ones that we have remaining, we may be able to do something similar.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing I'm doing in Network Manager too. So
Yeah.
basically, factor in the most common bits and
Yeah.
keeping a patch for the smallest stuff.
Yeah.
Even the smallest bits might be upstream.
Yeah, well, especially the cases where you have to change code. I mean, adding code and then maybe changing the signal connection, that's pretty easy to maintain, but like changing logic or like GNOME Power Manager had to change formatting of strings, etc., and that was painful. But Richard didn't want to take the entire thing because he wouldn't like to maintain it, but like he was certainly happy for the refactoring to happen. Yeah, but then again, Richard takes a lot of stuff, but yeah. So Nika, what other things we have? That's for like GDM?
GDK,
Oh,
yeah.
oh dear,
Yeah.
GDM now.
But that's getting fixed, no, Robert?
Oh, GDK, yes.
GTK has lots of patches. They do.
Yeah.
Should we? Oopsie. It's. Oh dear.
I don't know a lot about these patches. They seem to keep increasing.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot of Okay, so this is probably some of the cases where we have an upstream bug which just got stuck at some point.
Exactly.
Because this does look like a bug fix. This one as well, probably. Yeah? Oh.
0.3.
Yeah, whatever. Certainly not hard to maintain, but still.
Yeah.
So just take this as a use case. I mean, is it a case of just ignoring it or heavy arguing? And
I think there was a few comments on this one. Loic made it, I think, and it has been stuck on review.
Yeah, okay. So I think at this point will be too much technical details, but at least it wasn't totally ignored.
Yeah, okay.
So when there was a new patch which just sits around.
That's 2009, it's ancient. So
Yeah.
it's just been sitting there for 2 years.
So this is probably a case where we should just poke someone.
Exactly. So that's where the like once every 2 weeks or something like that, if we could do like a review of this kind of patches and ping the developers.
So this might be an bin-util / as needed issue here.
Which one is this?
Well, it's the private Debian patches, GDK PC privates thingy.
I think it's coming from Debian.
Yeah, but okay, we don't need to walk through it. Just want to have some examples here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it seems like there's a lot of cases which are real bug fixes, which is good.
We do seem to collect a lot of patches on things like when we changed the linking, or was it the as needed?
Yeah, the as needed thing, yeah.
And the issue was it's very hard to convince upstreams, number one, because it was pretty complicated to describe. I didn't even quite get it. But people using other distributions didn't know what the patch did, so we had to carry lots and lots and lots of them.
I had that with Pulse. It was built with as needed, and I was able to explicitly mention libraries that needed to be linked in the mat file that I had. But they didn't sort of understand what I was trying to get at.
Yeah,
so,
well, it will hit upstream of Fedora eventually as well, because it's going to be the new bin utils. So.
But it cost us a lot of time.
Yeah, but at the same time, it actually helped us to fix like bugs which will eventually upstream would have hit as well.
Yeah, but during the cycle, because they're in make files, they often break.
Yeah,
and so they're constantly breaking these patches, and
so
upstream should just immediately take them, but it's really hard to convince them.
It took me quite a bit of effort to get one of these cases in GDK, I think, or some other library. They eventually took it, but it was way more effort than it was worth.
Yeah, and there was some other cases we did as well.
So yeah, so the LD fixes takes.
Oh, the other one was international tool, Intel tool, whatever it's called, where it conflicts with GetX, and then someone in GNOME went and said, hey, we should use GetX external or something, and according to Dobby, that was just completely wrong, and Intel tool wouldn't build because we had a newer version. And so we had to spend all this time undoing all these things, patches that people were making. And that was frustrating. It sucked up a lot of time.
We still have some of those. I ran into one case last week.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, but I think that's a case where like even upstream doesn't understand like get text or into, and like nobody cares or wants to review the patch, so they are sitting there.
So how can we avoid these sort of situations? Because as upstream doesn't care. People just want their translations to work.
Yeah.
And we know that they're going wrong, but we can't seem to stop it happening, so we waste all this time. They waste all this time applying patches, and we waste all this time unapplying them. Like, I'm sure I got one, I got it removed, and then it got added again later upstream.
So Notify OSD, does that ring a bell for anyone else? This is the only major patch which I'm aware of that we have changed behavior for Notify OSD, which is basically check what the notification daemon is capable of and then not send it actions or something like that.
It's like asynchronous notifications.
Yeah, or like actions, for example.
Yeah, can you?
Or like show part of it.
I think it's for synchronous notifications.
Oh, these,
synchronous notifications.
Oh, it's crisis. That's not very hard to maintain. It's entirely new.
Yeah, I think the existing files part that we patch is very small. If I recall correctly.
Yeah, this is a new file. REST integration. Here. Right. Looks a bit weird because it doesn't actually.
It's Notify USD as an API to do like synchronous notifications, which
I know,
are the
yeah.
one like for the volume and.
I just wonder where it actually checks whether the notification daemon is able to do this.
You're right.
Oh, here. Yeah, so it does that. Oh, it's the supported thing. Yeah.
Is that interesting to know about this patch? You notice it had a block that had been if'd around. If you indent them properly, the patch is very big and it makes it brittle. But if you don't indent the inside block, it's actually a simple patch.
I think this patch is I think this patch is written with long-term maintenance in mind, so it might look a lot better if you submit it upstream and get it there. But like this, it's way more ugly than it is.
It's interesting. Some of the we have some patches that we basically carry forever. Wonder if there's ways we can make them easier to keep applying.
Yeah, there is lots of patches.
Yeah, right. Also, yeah.
Okay, I mean half of it is backbones.
Yeah, all of this stuff it just removed.
Yeah, but I mean all of this is like Git, right?
Yeah, all the Git ones.
Yeah, all the ones. Yeah.
What are the big ones? This is.
It's just a
that one,
template to get an Ubuntu one like email by default.
Yeah, which we have that Danilo that wanted.
Oh,
That's very bad.
Isn't that what?
Yeah, that's very bad.
They don't have Git text support.
Yeah, too.
It wasn't me, eh?
No, I know, but I remember.
It's the email you had, you get in your inbox when you first started.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had a commitment last cycle that say we'll remove that and do it the right way, but I didn't track.
Get text? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Danilo had a patch for.
There is a bug, and there is
I mean, this must be well. Okay, it's maybe not so painful.
No. It's
so
Danilo.
Rodrigo now.
No, but there was a patch, and we so that the INTL tool supported the translation of normal text files. So I think we should probably talk with Danilo and try to get that upstream and just provide text files to be translated. No?
Oh, who killed that?
That's a design decision.
Oh, come on, top posting is so evil. Never mind. It's easy to maintain, but still, so much crap.
There are a few about translations, it seems.
Yeah, well, I mean, the others are really small.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, this is stuff like, we should really just commit this and see whether anyone complains, seriously.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I mean, I'm doing this for stuff like annotations and GDK and other libraries, and I haven't had I think this is
as needed.
Just commit it and see whether anyone argues, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So okay, next time I will bother you directly, so that you commit that upstream.
You should get commit access to it.
Yeah, you could ask me.
Oh, you know?
I would push that.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't say I can push it to take the bullets, but
Oh, he gets that.
Oh yeah, so someone else takes the bullets. Okay, so this is again, okay, this is a bit tricky because like if GNOME 2.30 releases with an older Poplar, then we had to forward patch it, but this is probably just going away. CDE, or that should really be upstream. Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, gold is again the LD as needed linking.
Yeah.
So which should really be upstream, but as you said, it's a bit hard to sell that to upstream. That eventually it will hit them as well.
Actually, what I found in there was a Fedora wiki page that described it, and I just pasted that in the bug reports, and that I think everyone did the same thing I did. They don't really read the wiki page. They go, okay, something's happening, so we'll just
I know this
complicated linking
but
thing.
I find that some of those linking patches have already been upstream.
Yeah, and why are those patches?
I'm sorry?
Or have been re-implemented upstream.
Yeah.
What do we have those patches because of the way our linker works, or?
Yeah.
It's because we were using a newer version of GCC basically.
And we are breaking the build on incorrect linking. That's the distribution might not be doing.
This is the correct way of linking. The current way is just
okay. For one,
you're just praying.
Yeah,
that's PTs.
Yeah, but this should go away.
All these LT main ones.
That's coming from Debian.
Yeah, so we don't drop them because it would introduce a delta to Debian, but So this is in fact the thing that bin users will now provide by default. But I think Docker reverted it for Natifano in order to cause less FTBFS in universe, but eventually we'll get it. So these will go away. So we can just drop them because bin users does them by default. So we mainly do them to avoid extra unnecessary dependencies to packages.
But is it really working? Because I have a lot of time, like this dependency could be avoided, this dependency could be avoided.
Well, this is a different matter, I think. But like I've seen this to reduce like your dependencies by like a cut by half or so. So instead of 20, you get like 12. So for library transition, it tremendously helps library transitions. And it's a Debian policy to also do this. The other case is if you specify -L something in the makefile, then you should.
Okay, yes.
The other is for transit. The other is for transitive dependencies.
Okay. Oh yes.
So this will catch transitive dependencies, but not wrong makefiles.
Because I was really wondering why sometimes we really have those issues. I knew this patch and I knew it was done for that. So it's not working, but okay.
Yeah, but in other packages it was removed.
So this is my fault, but this will go away. It's upstream in GNOME 3. Okay, we got this.
What's the audio review thing?
Oh, I think it disables or enable. Which one? What's the
90.
90. Oh, that's from Git, so that's a backport.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a big deal.
So this is going away as well.
This turns it off or turns it
Well,
on?
it's back, solves issue, stuff.
That's not making the preview on like mouse over, working on the GBFS locations.
Oh, okay, right.
That one is when your mouse over.
Yeah, I went to turn off
96, I think, is, if I recall correctly, is going away.
Yeah,
So
this
I
is
think it
probably
was
just
upstream.
this should just go.
This was upstream.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
What are the big ones here? Location title bar. Oh, so this is like a kind of a different design decision here?
It's coming from Debian, this one.
Ah, right. Ah, here, okay.
Is there a upstream bug number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like closed mode fix?
Where am I? Oh, I keep thinking this is Gobi.
It's quite old.
Oh yeah.
Obsolete.
Debian bug properly.
Spatial view. So, as I said, it might be a design decision here. Because I think you showed
there is
the
the
path,
path bar, yeah. It shows the path
So
bar.
this one here, right? So it thinks maybe upstream it just says like the bin.
No, with the Nautilus 3.0, it just shows the like, I don't know how it's called.
Can you
in
press
English.
Control L?
Control L?
Yeah. Because like, I think it's hidden by default. Pressing Control L usually causes that to appear.
You have 3.0,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's got that thing,
I think you should
like
drop
small
it.
buttons, no?
No, it didn't.
By default, you
Oh, no?
have the buttons.
Yeah, you have the
Oh,
button
yeah.
bar by default.
Yeah,
Oh,
This one by
So
default.
why is
Okay.
his
Yeah.
different?
Exactly, we have this,
You
no?
can't hear something.
Martin, we have this, no?
There's always display location.
So this would be the like the breadcrumbs kind
So
of
then,
stuff.
so what is the difference between your default behavior and upstream?
I don't know, it's coming from Debian. You can check the patch.
I wonder whether this thing will survive a guest session.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems that's a customization of mine. So it seems that this is pretty much obsolete. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
It's still being applied.
So what's the content exactly? Because there is a glad file in it.
Go away.
Is there?
No.
Press the Windows key.
That's what I did.
Huh?
Okay.
Option to choose.
Yeah. Okay. So any other key packages do you have here?
Oh. Yeah, the previous
Control
patch
Center had
was
a lot of
to,
patches.
Yeah, this is like a nightmare. Yeah.
the previous one was to display in the title, like the Windows title, to display like the full location and not only the current directory.
Ah, okay. On the GNOME 3 PPA, there are.
Okay, that's a
very
back
few,
port.
yeah.
That's a 50 kilobyte patch, but a back port.
Yeah, don't review this one.
Yeah, because a lot of them I have seen them.
If
so.
you take the monthly version, there's like 5.
Yeah, I guess we have to do that. Yeah.
Can you do July?
No patches.
Since Ryan is there, maybe you can have a look on the list.
4 weeks of speaking patches to work out.
I have to go.
Still the get text ones.
Yeah, this is something that like SUSE carries it. We have carried it for years, and they still refuse to take it.
Okay, what's the issue?
So that you can translate the contents of desktop files with get text instead of the statically linked translations. Which is the way it should have done forever, but never was up to.
I'm really inclined to agree with
Like
this.
name equals, name DE equals, etc.
Okay, but which gettext domain is this supposed to be in?
Yeah, this is x-gnome-gettext domain. We have proposed this at Free Desktop to be gettext domain, and it was rejected like years ago. And then we have x-gnome and x-ubuntu and x-SUSE gettext domain now.
So now it's just, oh god.
Yeah, that one
So-
is policy kit. The policy
Same with
files,
policy
same
kit,
issue. We're carrying a patch on that. It makes it.
But this is some kind of a maintainability nightmare, I think, because like
Not at all.
what belong? Okay, so I mean, like desktop files is kind of open-ended, right? Like you can have all sorts of packages providing them. So you say some base set of packages are covered by this scheme, but the other ones still use the in-file translations, or?
No, we
Some do.
strip the info translations out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, say I'm like, you know, Ryan's awesome application 3.0 or something, right?
Oh, we don't.
How is that going to be in the gettext file? It's not.
We don't drop support for inline translations. And
Right,
in fact,
so-
even
so-
as inline translations, they are preferred over gettext. But if the desktop files don't have an inline translation, then they use the gettext domain and use gettext at one time. Well, it makes so much more sense. You don't duplicate the MO files with the inline translations, and the desktop files get smaller, and you can update them post-release. And
Which is what Vassar did in.
yeah, SUSE does the
SUSE.
same for years. It's never. It just died down at some point.
Does GNOME have a policy on using gettext everywhere? Gettext is the translation infrastructure, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like for example, we used to have like in gconf schemas, like the translation inline, and I said, fuck that shit.
Same problem.
We
We
use
also
gettext
offer-
with G settings for this reason.
Actually, I'm so happy that you did. We also carry this huge patch for doing gettext for gconf, and
Yeah, it's
also
okay,
making
gconf
files
stuff's the
smaller.
CD.
And, huh?
It's okay, gconf stuff's the CD.
Yeah. So and gconf really got that right.
I'll talk to Matthias.
So units. I think this is disabled. Yeah.
Okay, what else?
Yeah, that one is just.
Wait
It's
for
like
longer for
MIT
threads.
versus
What's this blacklist directory
Yeah,
stuff?
Yeah.
It was
Stupid
proposed.
people like all of the world can like want to argue about that.
So this is for Unix mods. So don't show our like if you have a persistent like this is really integration bit.
It's coming from Debian.
No, this is certainly ours because it's all. Oh no, live cow is Debian. Yeah,
This seems like really a no-brainer.
this is Debian. This is probably this is Ubuntu Wish. This looks generic. Yeah.
Var local? Seriously?
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
People actually mount this?
No, it's not a mount. It's just.
No, I think this is like when you have these as mounts, they show up.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. As I said, like if we have if you have a Debian patch which doesn't hurt us, we rather keep it because it's less delta to Debian. And this is one of these cases. Well, live cow is.
Okay, but like
We
I'm
don't
seeing,
have this, but it
I'm
doesn't.
seeing like bookzilla.redhat.com in here, and I'm thinking like
See?
they can add theirs.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I think that one should not be too hard to argue about. And that
Yeah,
will-
but otherwise it's not really causing pain, so it's one of these edge cases.
Yeah, but I mean, we may as well have this here as possible, right?
Yeah. Oh, so this is the patch we share with SUSE, and this is the one that additionally supports x-ubuntu-getx.
Okay, home your environment. I saw that before and I thought it was completely crap, but maybe there's some explanation for why it's this way.
It's coming from Debian. It's because the builders don't have a home directory, and some of the build were breaking.
So it's for testing or something?
No, it's
There's the descriptions at the top. The patch.
Can they just like fix their builders? Because like, assuming there's a home directory is like a pretty sane assumption, I guess.
Oh, so they're using the in PastaWD, okay. Yeah, I've got no idea.
So, can you go back for a sec? Let's still.
Debian might benefit us as well, but I don't know.
So basically, they set the G home environment variable, but they won't set the home environment variable.
No, they can.
No, I think
override
G-home
words.
overrides
Yeah.
the wrong or non-existing.
So he tries to get it, and if it doesn't get it, then it falls back to home.
Right. So G-home overrides home.
Yeah.
But it doesn't override it anymore.
It
No,
looks
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry, G-home, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so G-home by this condition,
Yeah.
G-home
Overrides
overrides home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And home no longer overrides the password file.
Well,
It's
I'm not
the
sure
same as before.
where it checks the password
I'm
file
guessing
before
up,
or after.
where's the condition for the Win32. So it's basically making home less powerful and adding G-home.
Well, no. glib ignores home.
Yeah.
That case where it's actually looking at home is in Windows, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
In Unix, it ignores home, which is why this is a thing.
Should we consider dropping patches like this?
Like from Debian?
From Ubuntu, yeah. The Debian patches that are very Debian specific.
Well, as I said, I mean, sometimes I do this when they get in the way, but most of the time I just leave them to avoid the delta. It's a bit
Yeah, I mean, you have responsibility to your upstream Debian as well.
But there's, in this particular patch, it's nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easier for you
to keep it in the digit, yeah.
Maybe you can just disable them.
Patch is
no?
actually a patch.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
disable the patches in the series, certainly.
Exactly, yeah.
The thing is, if you,
So we could,
the more patches
we could
you
do
have,
this.
the harder it is to understand.
Yeah.
We're wasting all this time looking at patches, it means nothing. If it's just isn't there, it is better for us.
Okay, wait longer for threads to die patch.
You will want to go to the patch.
Actually, I want the justification, actually. Like maybe from the changelog.
I know the patch yet. Experiment.
Yeah. From Loic.
HPPA.
HPPA!
And K4BSD.
And K3BSD. Okay. Hey, come on, you don't want HPPA?
Okay, so like, is there some race that this is preventing?
I don't know, you probably have to check the bug reports here, but...
Can I see the patch?
No. G
Yeah.
changed to 5 times G.
Okay, what?
So 5 seconds.
Oh god, it's in a fucking, it's in a test?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
We'll just take it. Like, my god. It's in a test.
Yeah, so it might just rescue us on slow ARM machines as well. But,
We'll just take the patch.
but why is it... This looks unrelated.
It's reformatted.
No. It comments.
Oh,
oopsie.
they've enabled
It
debugging.
originally used that and
Yeah.
commented the verbose debugging, and then they disabled the stop debugging and enabled
Yeah.
the verbose debugging.
They were just testing it.
Probably they did
Yeah.
that and then
Yeah,
increased the
yeah.
timeout and they forgot to reverse
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we'll take the good part of that.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
we
what's next?
insist that debugging.
So the next one can be dropped. Was the GIO stuff which Unity was using.
The
But-
signal?
Yes, but like
Yeah.
They are using now the new somewhere.
Oh, multi-arch. These are.
But it's there, so whatever, you don't care.
So multi-arch is an interesting class of patches, which we probably have more of. Right. So this was a fallback.
Yeah,
So this is certainly not upstreamable in this case. So I'm not sure whether you are aware of multi-arch stuff.
Oh yes, intimately.
Okay, so
the tool makes you aware of it.
Right. So of course this is not something we could upstream, but and I think it's also temporary until we actually fixed all the consumers of GIA to also be multi-arch aware. And
it's small, so it's easy to maintain.
And it's also like a temporary.
Yeah, okay.
Steve has to fix the world.
Which one?
Oh, the build area project has certainly lots of patches. Yeah. Evolution? Anything more? Oh, okay, we had this.
Evolution data server?
Yeah, GNOME session.
Oh.
In fact, most of the patches in the GNOME 3 PPA are disabled because it was a lot of work to.
Good luck.
I was just waiting for you to.
Of course, yeah.
That's all old stuff. This is infrastructure. Okay, so this is, we took it from GNOME 3, so this will go away. Yeah, branding as needed, so this should go upstream and perhaps wasn't. These can probably go away, right?
Metacity should be clean. I reviewed all the patch recently and make sure it was upstreamed. Well, it was at least on the Mozilla.
But are we still even
But
going
this
to
is
use
not
it?
me.
It's Unity 2D.
Yeah, it's for Unity 2D.
This one? No.
Yeah, yes, I did some back for Unity 2D. That's true. I didn't try that, so.
So that's again Unity 2D forward, not needed. Well, how can it be not needed? I mean, how can a patch like this be not?
In fact, it's how they make their workspace switcher stuff. You know, they are taking screenshots on every workspace.
That's certainly a fast way. Oh, this is for 2D.
This is for 2D. They want to have the same view.
Hey.
What was the evolution data server? Oh.
There is also a jconf key, so that when you maximize the window, it removes the equation.
So backport. This is an interesting one. Okay. I think it has been proposed upstream, but apparently it didn't take it.
Isn't there some idea that you could turn configs into a 2D window manager and then not have to screw around with Metacity?
They have already, there is some work available for that already, but just first fix compis for the main case and then.
So
it's a long-term idea.
We should basically ignore these patches because in the long term you're not going to want them anymore.
What?
So this is one of the bigger ones, which has been forwarded and.
As usual.
No.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Where is Vincent?
I pinged him about that.
Who was
3
it
months
to?
ago. What?
Was it Vincent?
Yeah.
Oh, this was the very thing I was just looking at. Can this please go upstream?
Which one?
Nuke the session saving. I mean, it has been so utterly useless and broken forever, and
so we will.
We shouldn't even pretend to have it.
We will put it back. It was what
no!
we have this session before, but we will hide it.
Well,
Any UI will show it.
Isn't that what this thing does basically?
It's it's a little bit. It's more fixed than it was, but it's
no, but I mean, you cannot really fix it up to the
Yeah.
point of being really useful. So that's what it's called, suspend.
Oh, it's the tab with only like one checkbox in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, Vincent, what's up? Like, this is taking more space because you add another tab, and the tab each as much space as like the entire line of text. it should be like hitting the same thing. And it was like, well, maybe
Oh,
we'll add some more
TDM
stuff in here.
One day.
One day,
Never looked
yes.
GNOME VFS.
Oh, tell it.
GNOME 7, we did that one, right?
Yeah, we just did that. Yeah, Nautilus, we had a look at this.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's because it's backported.
Is there a reason you were looking at the application?
Yes.
Or is that unrelated?
Yeah, it's just translations, but
Empathy, Shotwell, GDK3,
okay.
GNOME settings daily, GNOME panels, screensaver, Rhythmbox, GNOME screensaver, GNOME manager, GNOME system tools, GNOME menus, GNOME media, GNOME games.
yeah, so, well,
I'm looking at I just whipped out all my checkouts with the count, so that's decreasing.
something like that. Nah. No, you just sort by. Oh, okay. So GNOME Control Center, so certainly win.
You tried that first, right? You tried that one too.
System tools.
Yeah, but system tools is probably also a bit obsolete, so probably not worth saying back. Oh, well, there's something now. GNOME settings, Steven, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, but the GNOME 3 PPA version has much less.
Oh, it's synchronous notification, so that's brightness.
No, that's volume.
App indicator. Oh, volume, yes, right.
But most of those are now in oneiric, they are removed. A lot of them,
okay.
Or upstream or.
Date and time fixed ups.
Package config path patch?
Tell me the prefix. Oh, this one.
The daytime stuff is backwards. And or upstream now.
Ah, shouldn't that be called 00 git? But okay, so what's the better?
Not all of it was upstream.
I think that's upstream.
Oh, so you patch the GNOME settings to PC to find the.
I think that's upstream, but.
Yeah.
But what for? I mean, there must be a reverse dependency expecting this. Oh.
Yeah, Vincent has a different idea about how that should be changed as well, like using desktop files instead, because they always get insulted in the same spot. But I guess like the only thing that's needed
this
for
one
what I
is
remember
still in the
VPN.
package, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have
like,
to replace it, I
that's not an
think.
issue.
Looks like a Debianism.
Yeah.
Fixed runner. All in one patch. Oh, we have two. Oh, two. So
It's a fixed run.
missing this is again LD as needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is upstream also, this one.
Yeah.
It seems.
Ah, this is ancient. Is that still not upstream? I mean,
So,
I remember this.
do you like us to like put like as
I removed that one from the.
I mean, this has been an ancient old bug.
That would be nice.
Because like, do you patch it in, or is it just something in the rules?
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Well, it's
Fixed.
something that our GCC defaults set.
That's obsolete.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but again, yeah, bug fix. Nah, 45 kilobyte.
And that applies to anything built on Ubuntu, or just packages?
17 is also upstream.
Well, it applies, I think it applies like
Okay.
with
So these are upstream.
These are upstream also, they are the backport.
as needed or whatever
This
is
one
turned
looks
on.
like an
Anything
interesting
built
one.
on Ubuntu, yeah.
Be nice to
GCC
track over
whatever.
time.
Yeah, this one I
How many
have to
patches
replace
are
it.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
see,
I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a lot better.
But it's
Like,
how we turn it.
you know, a lot of these are already up
So,
to Is that normal, or is that?
What?
Is it normal for us to suddenly drop down the patches? It sounds like with GNOME 3 we're going to be using a lot less patches.
I'll hit it myself when I'm maintaining it.
It sounds like with GNOME 3 we're going to be using a lot less patches. You're saying that's upstream, that's upstream, that's upstream.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
normal? Is that a normal drop, or is that?
On the packages I maintain,
Because you'll be pushing them.
exactly, yeah.
He has been spending time this cycle doing it.
For others, I try to get some maintainers to review the packages.
I mean, this is kind of small integration patches, but it must have an upstream task by.
That one actually can't go upstream because upstream does not support no display for the session template.
Ah, okay. So there is an upstream task, but so we removed this for a lot of things to make the session properties a little less confusing, right? Right. Okay. Anyway, okay.
3 minutes left.
All right. So it seems like we didn't really find lots of other big classes of fixes. So it's just
the only two I knew about were the launchpad integration. And
so the as needed, the indicators, launchpad integration, and maybe notification. But the notify OST is really just two packages.
Yeah. So maybe what we can do when we start moving the 3.0 into oneiric is just as we need to rebase, that's what I have been doing. As we need to rebase a lot of patches, just make sure we remove all the ones that we don't need. No?
Can we ensure that we tag with dep5, tag for patch style? You know, like upstream bugs and downstream description.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it will be the right time to do that. Sometimes for some patches in MetaCity, I spent something like 1 hour to refine a conversation in 2004 between Seb and it was. So yeah, just if you can use dep5 when you are releasing the patches to.
Hey, I'm pulling all my bazaar branches in parallel.
This is called SVN, isn't it? No, you are doing something like SVN. You take the whole way
I'm doing
forward.
a bazaar pull in all directions of my protocol. Just checking whether some of the stats go down, because I'm sure that some of the branches already have the
Yeah. At least gonna set the thing on Power Manager. And others that also uploaded, as far as I know.
Yes, I'm waiting for like a concrete proposal from you.
Yeah. GNOME settings daemon is already.
And of course we had this discussion on XD.
Ah, that looks a lot better.
And there are a few like open the series file, because I think there is one that is disabled.
Refer to the desktop file, so that Michael can pick it up in the packaging, and then we can just say, magical.
But still, before we had like 15.
Exactly. There are still a few like 02. I don't know exactly.
Oops. What happened here? Did our dep commit in between?
Yes.
Oh, this was the big merge. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Removed.
Why is there like 4 points in the changelog that say new upstream relays right after each other?
Say again?
It's 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's like new upstream.
Oh, I think this is because of the debbing merge and like the dep commit thing.
It was my fault, yeah.
Then we have a tool called dep commit. It takes the diff in the Debian changelog and munches that in order to be a revision control changelog.
Need a fix.
So this come from this, and so it took all these and then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think generally tools that actually use the VCS changelog to munch a Debian changelog is generally cleaner.
But it's now less convenient.
Sure.
So GNOME settings team previously formerly had like 20 or so, and now it's 5.
Which GTK2?
Well, GTK2 is like old.
Backport.
This one worries me more. Yeah. So it's still these fixes and oh dear.
Yeah, I don't understand this, but these ones have been anathema.
That's probably obsolete, being obsolete with the multi-arch stuff, yeah. So we have to look into different directories.
Also, another thing, we should make sure that all our patches have
the tagging, dep5, yeah.
Can we make Linty check that? It doesn't do it currently, does it?
Yes, I know.
It should check that and say.
Oh,
shouldn't be
so it's fixed release upstream, so why is it not on our package?
Upstream bugs. Just check that.
That's weird. Okay, so it seems like it was committed, it was fixed at a different place, and we forgot to drop the patch. Fuck!
How recent? It's not below, it's pretty recent.
Yeah.
No, but this was proposed for like 291, and it was resolved like a couple of months ago. So
the units policy, that's the thing about like megabytes and kilobytes and backup.
Yeah, it is.
So we don't have an automatic way of
really
when
not
the
be scheduled.
upstream back gets closed to get the patch or something to the Ubuntu
but
patch.
this is definitely on a different position
The
here.
position is Ubuntu's got a particular units policy.
Yeah, exactly,
And
yeah.
the registrar.
So this one should just go away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
anyway.
think we're not that bad.
Yeah,
no?
so that's something to talk about in that session.
Well, it's bad in like for each individual package. I guess you can justify each single patch. It's just as a whole that it's a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it a?
But these really worry me the most here.
I think they're both really
Yeah, but as he said that most of the
I mean,
indicators
these will eventually resolve themselves. This might have a better solution at some point, and this is probably permanent here. But I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but he said some of them are going away, no? So,
Yeah. So eventually,
so that makes it
I think
easier.
there is some other.
If you have to maintain one or two indicator patches,
The
so
last schedule was run. I don't know if the schedule will be run between now and then. I can ask for it.
I don't think we really need to have patch upstreaming days or something like that.
But why don't-
It's just when we update, we try
You should
to...
do this while you update.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, ideally, you should have to do it when you create a patch.
Exactly, yeah.
So I actually try to do, like to send a patch upstream, then I actually get review by upstream, and then I land it in master, and then I can import it. And if
Yeah,
this
that's about
works,
the
it works
Lintian.
better.
Hey, Robert, for the Lintian check, do you know how to do that? Or?
I can do it.
It would be good to have a Lintian check that checks if the patches have the .5 information.
Sorry?
We should also push that
For
detail
Lintian
because a lot of
check,
the
so
patches
that we are Z5.
So we'll begin to
All our patches are in the 5 or...
Oh, who wants to work on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course take into account the Git upstream patches, so that
But
we
I think
don't
we
warn for
can
that.
upstream that to Debian.
Yeah.
No, what? No view. Oh, no view. So not core.
Did you have fun?
Right.
It's like that.
Stefan.
So that
Yeah,
checks,
again.
Oh, yeah.
some packages, it's hard to
The
reach.
Somebody wrote us something like secure point.
yeah.
I think like.
Yeah, Matthias is like, is there something wrong with the URI
No, I'm not.
for like
I
the
said
help
no.
point?
Yeah.
Chris,
So you guys want like online help?
Same plot.
Yeah, we want like.
He's going by Melbourne, not going by City. I think I'm 32. So.
Yeah, I think
Like,
has been.
reportable, translate, and...
Sorry?
Talk to Sean.
Okay.
Because
He has our item.
Yeah.
Sort it out.
Oh, yeah,
Remove that from the blueprint. It's not useful.
No, it should switch back.
It's more like nobody's given us any good idea about what they actually want. That's more than what we're doing.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I'm sure the
And
British.
until that happens, we have no motivation
So
to
it
do
just
anything.
cycles through the available modes like clone, side by side, off, on.
Somebody like from outside. Like,
Yeah, it was Jim.
So I did not state that.
Yeah, I told him that. It was Jim.
Okay.
And
And
so
today, what?
I'm not coming
Front
through
one, I think.
Why? Cutscene dinner?
You can customize it.
I haven't seen it like all.
It's a launch
And then I've seen
one.
you guys like.
So you can put any program you want in it.
Something like us.
And it probably fires up a website.
guys coming?
Big run support,
don't come?
or maybe it brings a little application. I really don't know.
is that?
If the BIOS, I need to get to set up.
You need what?
You need to get to set up the BIOS.
Oh, yes,
But I think on the Windows I have never run it yet, but I did run it for like 15 minutes until I got so fed up because Windows 7 it doesn't give me an Ethernet driver, a Wi-Fi driver, a 3G driver, audio driver, graphics driver. It's probably broken mess.
You have to go to each vendor website to download.
Yeah, and I even did that for the Wi-Fi driver, and it would fall over and not work, and then I just said, screw it.
I switch back to Ubuntu, no?